It starts quietly, not all at once, just a thought that shows up when everything else fades out. And it doesn't feel dramatic, it doesn't feel like self-pity, it just feels true. You tell yourself, I'm not that important, like you finally stopped lying to yourself. You look at other people and everything about them feels solid, like they belong somewhere, like they matter without even trying, and then there's you. Easy to ignore, easy to forget, and the more you sit with that feeling, the harder it is to argue against it. You start to notice small things. Who reaches out to you first? Who doesn't? How long it takes for someone to realize you've gone quiet, and it's never as quick as you hoped. There's always someone people choose over you, someone who just fits better, and you don't even blame them. Because if you had a choice, would you pick you? You can sit in a room full of people and still feel like you're not really there, like you're just filling space. You left when you're supposed to, you say enough to not seem distant, but nothing feels necessary. Nothing about you feels necessary. Like if you disappeared for a while, things would just keep going. And that's what sticks, because it doesn't feel exaggerated, it feels realistic. So eventually you stop questioning it. You stop wondering if you matter and just assume you don't. Maybe you're too quiet, too awkward, too forgettable, not enough in ways that count. And after a while, it becomes easier to accept that than to keep hoping someone will prove it wrong. But there's something about that thought that doesn't sit right. Because if you really didn't matter, why does it hurt this much? Why does your chest feel heavy every time you think about being invisible? Why do you want to matter so badly? People who don't matter, yeah, they don't question this. They don't sit awake at night trying to understand why they feel so replaceable. They don't carry this constant weight of wondering if they mean something to anyone. That feeling you hate so much, it's not proof that you're worthless, it's proof that you care. That you feel that there's something inside of you that knows you're meant for more than this. And that part of you hasn't gone away, no matter how much you've tried to ignore it. You didn't come to this conclusion randomly. No, you learned it. From being overlooked, from not being chosen, from moments that feel small at the time but stick with you longer than they should have. So your mind tried to make sense of it, and it picked the easiest answer. I must not matter. Not because it's true, but because it explains the pain. But people don't see everything. They don't see how much you think before you speak, how careful you are with other people's feelings. They don't see how many times you've pushed through days that you didn't even have the energy to start to begin with. They don't see the way you care because it's quiet. And quiet things get overlooked, but overlooked doesn't mean unimportant. You're not someone who doesn't matter. You're someone who hasn't been fully seen yet, and that's not the same thing. You don't have to prove your worth overnight. You don't have to suddenly believe everything changes, but you can stop treating yourself like you're nothing. Because even now, in the middle of doubting everything, there's still a part of you that knows this isn't the life you're meant to feel stuck in. That part, that's the real you. The real you that's been hiding from the world. When are you gonna let that shine again?